Hi, this is Anthony, and this is a continuation of the xcart Gold walkthrough series. What we'll be looking at in this section is the users management. So we'll click on users, and like everything in xcart, it always starts with a search. Xcarts can get very large with a lot of customers, a lot of products, a lot of orders, and they want you to narrow down what you're looking for so you don't have to see a listing of everything in the shopping cart every time that you want to go look for something. In this case, we're just going to hit search because I know that there's only a couple in there, but you can search for users by a pattern. So we could search for Neil, for example, and up will come any users that have Neil within their name. Going back to the go back to users this way here. We clear that out and we just hit search, then it will show us all the users, and you'll notice there's a few more in there than just Neil. So if we go in here, we can export the users information. We can export that. There's not a whole lot you can do with users, but you can do a few things. For example, we can select all of those and say export selected, or we can export all of the users found. So if we just listed all users and said export, it'll take us to the export data module, which will allow us to set comma delimited, and no, we don't wish to export images. And what we can do here is we can select things that we'd like to export from the shopping cart. So in this case, we'd like to export just users. And so if we click on export, it's going to run the export. And it's going to, down at the bottom here, if we scroll down to the bottom of this page, we're going to find a file sitting here. What it's done is it's created a file that it will allow us to download if we click on it. So we click on that, and I'm going to say, in this case here, open with Excel. And we'll just make this a little bit smaller here so that you can see the data within the window here. Here we go. And so you can actually see, you can see their login, you can see their encrypted password, so you can't see their original password for security reasons. You can see, and I won't show you the whole thing, you can see, and these are all phony test accounts anyway, so they're not going to do anybody any good to see them here on the video. But you can see their address information, their email address, the last page that they visited, and so forth and so on. Here's their email, here's their phone number, their fax. And so you might be able to use this to import into an accounting system, or to generate a mailing list for sending out paper newsletters or something like that. That's what the export's good for. So we'll just close that out here, and we'll return to users. So returning to users, we'll list the users again, and you can click on a user. We'll just go ahead and pick on Anthony Test 2 Clifton, which is me. We'll click on that account, and it'll come up, and it'll have my contact information. It'll have my address information, my other contact info. It'll have my username and my password, which, is all, dotted out so that you can't see it. So somebody looking over your shoulder, or I don't know, at a YouTube video, can't see what it is. And you can click here and click Save, and that will require them to change their password the next time they log in as a security feature. You can, of course, if we go back here, we can, of course, delete a user. So we can delete that user right there. It'll ask us if we really want to delete him, and yes, we can. Not terribly useful to delete users, but if you created a test order and you wanted to get the test order user out of there so it wasn't showing up on your mailing list, then you could use that delete feature. we'll go back into here again, and you can update their information. They can do that from the front end as well, but you can do it from the back end if you know that their information is in error. And that's about it with users. There's really not a whole lot that you can do. You can, if you're in this customer profile for Neil, say Neil here, you can click on orders, and you can see all the orders for that user. Let's see here if that works in fact. I think it doesn't work that way. I think that no, it does, I guess. There it is. So there's all the orders that are in the system for Neil Bode. And actually, if we go back to orders management here, there's another way to search for all the orders from a particular user. Somewhere down in here, you can put in the customer, and you can put in Neil Bode. And if you search, then again it will show you all the orders for Neil Bode. So that's it for users for right now. This is a short one and an easy one. I hope that's been instructive to you, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.